You don't have to quit, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on. If you've clicked on this video or if you've searched for anything to do with how to quit, you've already made the decision. You just don't know it yet. Subconsciously, you've already made that decision. You've started that process in your head to start making that move to not smoking anymore. So from here, it's just a process of moving through that. You've already made the decision to quit. Now you've just got to walk through the process, because it's the only reason that you would be looking for a video like this or clicking on a video like this, because you've already made that decision. Your life is a result of the decisions you've made, the actions you've taken in the past. On an energetic level, it's the result of where you've directed your energy and where you've focused your energy and your attention to get the result of your life right now. So improving your life is just a matter of making better decisions, more informed decisions. So why is it so hard to make a decision? Why is it so hard to make better decisions? Because part of you thinks it's dying. Part of your ego and your identity thinks it's going to die if you stop smoking, because that's part of who you are. So on a subconscious level, you think you're going to die if you stop smoking. You aren't. That's why for me, I had to change my identity from a smoker to a non-smoker. I built a framework for healthier ways to deal with ADHD symptoms, with stress, with things in my life that I thought I couldn't handle. And I built a framework around that identity, for changing that identity. I told myself that I could smoke if I wanted to. I still tell myself I could smoke if I wanted to. I just don't want to. And I don't. I really don't want to. I still get cravings a year later, but I know I'll never go back to that, because I've told myself so many times that I'm not a smoker. So now I identify as a non-smoker. So for me to go back against my identity, my brain won't let me do that, because it contradicts who I am as a person, the identity, the ego that I've built. So now it's the other way around. Now my ego thinks it'll die if I go back to that. So I've made that switch. The cycle for addiction is stimulus, impulse, decision, consequence. There's a pattern there where you're simply making a decision to smoke or drink or eat, whatever it is that you're trying to quit, in that decision phase of the cycle. So the easiest place to break that cycle is in the impulse and the decision phases, where you can feel that impulse and the craving, and you let it sit for a few minutes, and you understand what you're feeling and why. Because won't always come out as an impulse to smoke or drink or whatever. Sometimes it's an anxiety, it's a stress, it's a feeling. Let that sit for a minute and understand what you're feeling and why. Then use that awareness of that craving, of that feeling, to make a better decision. So instead of smoking or drinking, whatever you're trying to quit, you make a better decision. You go for a run, you do some journaling, do some reading, do some painting, do anything that will move the needle forward in your life to make better progress, and keep making those better decisions. Eventually, you get better at feeling those cravings. You get better at feeling the impulses and redirecting that focus. Every time you do that, journal it in a book, so you can look back and show yourself every time you've beaten that impulse and made a higher quality decision. And by redirecting your focus and attention, you'll build that willpower like a muscle, and it'll get stronger every single time. A few more tips. Track your sober time in an app. Being able to look back and own those wins and go, oh, look how many times I've beaten this, look how long I've been going for. That'll help reinforce that identity. Tell yourself that you're not quitting, you're just not smoking right now. You're making that decision in that moment right now, not to smoke, not to drink, not to go for that food. And you're redirecting your focus and your energy and your attention to something better, something that's going to move the needle forward. Now you're not quitting. Now you're just doing something else. Just redirecting that focus, redirecting that attention. Be aware, be present, be in the moment. Feel those feelings, because emotions are energy in motion. They want to be felt. They want to be in motion. And if you can feel those emotions as they come through, whatever the emotion is, stress, if it's stress that is the trigger, the stimulus for why you're going for that addiction, feel that stress and let it pass, because it won't stay. If you let yourself feel it and pass through you and understand where it's coming from and why, ask those questions to yourself. Why do I feel this way? I feel this way because of this. Why? Why? Keep asking why. And it'll help process that emotion through your body and let it out, and it'll just go. Sometimes you won't even have to make a different decision and redirect your focus. Sometimes you don't even have to do something else. You can just let that emotion sit for a minute and go, okay, I'm stressed. Close your eyes and meditate for a minute, 30 seconds. Just feel your breath. Feel that in and out and concentrate on nothing but your breath. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. And sometimes that's enough to let the stimulus and the stress response, the emotion go through your body. It's all just practice. It's all just willpower. It's understanding your emotions. It's being aware. It's understanding who you are as a person, who you want to be, where you want to go. Not about focusing on the past, but about focusing on the future. And keep moving that needle forward to the betterment of your life. And the more you do it, the more the addiction grows to having a better life, and seeing where you can tweak your life and where you can make things better for yourself, where you can make things better. After a while of making your life better for yourself, you start looking at how can you make life better for other people. You start enjoying things so much that you want others to feel this feeling. And one of our advantages is, if you've been smoking for a long time, or if you've been in addiction for a long time and things have sucked for so long, you've been pulled so far this way, but things have sucked for so long and they've been bad for so long, you get slingshotted the other way. And all of a sudden, life is incredible. You wake up feeling amazing. You wake up feeling excited, feeling joyful. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you want to get into it for the day, just because you don't feel like crap anymore. And people will be like, why are you so positive? What's going on? Why is your life so good all of a sudden? Because I don't feel like shit anymore. I just feel good. I've got energy. I've got progress in my life. I'm moving forward. I'm getting things done. I'm kicking goals. I'm achieving things that I never thought I'd be able to achieve. And the cycle keeps going from there. Things really do get better. Just keep on that path. Keep redirecting your energy and your focus. Keep working on yourself and understanding those feelings and those emotions, and keep kicking ass. I love the comments. I love the feedback. I love the discussion, the community that's forming around this. I don't want to be that guy who is the quitting weed guy or whatever, so I'm not going to do a bunch of videos on this. I just have a lot of insight and value to offer there. I want to give as much as I can. I've got a lot that I want to get out and talk about, so if you have questions, discussion, you want to say anything, whatever it is, throw it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I love reading it. I love replying. I love talking to you guys. I love seeing your progress, seeing you kicking ass, and the comments saying, I've been off it for 3 days. I've been off it for 5 days. That's amazing, because I didn't have that to go to anyone and say, I've been off it for 3 days. I was too scared to tell people that I was trying to quit. So even the fact that you're throwing that up there in a comment is really brave and courageous. I love it. Keep it going, and I'll see you in the next one.